and Forestry. I'm going to start over again. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Diane Byram, and I'll be your moderator for today's event. It's great to be here on behalf of the Center for Science in the Public Interest, or CSPI. We're here today to build support for nutrition research funding to increase access to healthy food. Currently, the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry is working on details of the 2023 Farm Bill. We're working to build on the momentum established by Senator Debbie Stabenow in previous farm bills. CSPI is recommending Congress invest $100 million in state-based food and nutrition security demonstration projects. Research programs provide critical insights into making healthy foods affordable and accessible for people who participate in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. SNAP is the country's largest federally funded food assistance program. I'm joined today by 5 experts in nutrition and related research to talk about the importance of such funding in the 2023 Farm Bill. They include Dr. Peter Lurie, President of the Center for Science in the Public Interest, Dr. Catherine Alaimo, Associate Professor in the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition at Michigan State University, Winona Bynum, Executive Director of the Detroit Food Policy Council, Carrie Ann Martis, Market Manager for the Flint Farmers Market, and Dr. Tom Riffai, founder of Reality Meets Science. Before we begin, media who have joined us are welcome to type questions for our speakers into the Q&A box, and we will get to them at the end of our speaker lineup. A few reminders. Please make sure your microphones are muted as we are recording today's press conference. With that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Peter Lurie.
Well, thank you, Diane, and good morning to everybody. Thanks to everyone for being here today. As Diane mentioned, this is an important period for the development of the Farm Bill, and for nobody more so than Michigan's senior Senator Debbie Stabenow, who plays a vital role in that process as the chair of the Senate Agriculture Committee. In fact, Senator Stabenow has a long history of championing nutrition safety net programs. It was under her leadership that the 2008 Farm Bill funded a $20 million healthy incentive pilot known as HIP, or HIP. She is sadly retiring from this Congress, and this is a legacy issue for her. That's why we are encouraging her to continue to build on the momentum she supported in the 2008 Farm Bill by expanding these pilots. The 2023 Farm Bill provides a critical opportunity for Senator Stabenow and Congress to do a number of important things, including addressing longstanding nutritional inequities, strengthening the food system infrastructure, and lowering the burden of healthcare costs for millions of people in this country. SNAP is the largest food assistance program and supports more than 40 million low-income individuals. But SNAP has been less successful in moving the needle on nutrition security. That term is defined as, quote, consistent and equitable access, availability, and affordability of foods and beverages that promote optimal health and well-being for all people at all times. Now the Farm Bill provides an opportunity to improve nutrition security by authorizing and funding pilots aimed at further improving healthy food access for millions of shoppers. New pilots should include those that, 1, allow shoppers to buy hot and prepared foods at grocery stores, 2, help SNAP retailers to stock and promote a wider variety of nutritious foods, and 3, increase participants' purchasing power. Investing in these demonstration projects paves the way for innovation in SNAP that will better support individuals and families into the future. Without authorized pilots and dedicated funding through the Farm Bill, it has been impossible for states and localities, including Michigan, to implement demonstration projects. And so we now join with more than 200 Michiganders who have recently called on the Senator to include these demonstration pilots in the Farm Bill. Thank you for your time today, and I'll turn it back to Diane.
Thank you, Dr. Lurie. Next, I'd like to welcome Dr. Catherine Alaimo, an associate professor in the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition at Michigan State University. Dr. Alaimo.
Thank you, Diane, and thank you all for being here. I'm Dr. Catherine Alaimo. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition at Michigan State University. And I'm here today as a nutritional epidemiologist and community-based researcher who's focused on food justice and community food security. You've probably heard about the recent changes to the SNAP program that will mean recipients are receiving substantially less for food each month. This is a step in the wrong direction. About 1.3 million Michiganders receive SNAP benefits. And as we know, this program plays a critical role in the ability for recipients to buy food. Because of that, it's important that we regularly look at ways to make the SNAP program better. For example, through increasing benefits, not reducing them. One way we can do that is through research. Funding efforts that study enhancements to SNAP and how SNAP is administered can improve the program. The best way to do this kind of research is what's known as participatory research. Participatory researchers who study SNAP engage former and current SNAP recipients, and even those who are currently ineligible for SNAP, but still food insecure, as equal partners in deciding research priorities and strategies. These individuals are experts on their own lives. They know what they need and what would make things work for themselves and their families, and we should be listening to their ideas. In addition, as our elected leaders consider SNAP as part of the formulation of the Farm Bill, it's important they consider key learnings about food and nutrition security we learned during the pandemic. For example, making school meals universal for all students has a dramatic impact on food security for our children. In the past few years, we've also seen the success of the monthly child credit program and of demonstration projects on universal basic income. Providing extra monthly income boosts a myriad of health, academic, and employment outcomes and lowers poverty and food insecurity. Making it easier to access SNAP, increasing the availability and affordability of nutritious food through SNAP, and increasing SNAP monthly amounts would be just as impactful. Thank you for your time today, and I'm going to turn it back over to our moderator, Diane.
Thank you, Dr. Alaimo. Next, I'd like to turn it over to Winona Bynum. She's the Executive Director of the Detroit Food Policy Council. Winona?
Thank you, Diane. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here today as the Executive Director of the Detroit Food Policy Council. Our organization is an education, advocacy, and policy organization led by Detroiters. We are committed to creating a sustainable local food system that promotes food security, food justice, food sovereignty in the city of Detroit. Building support for efforts and programs that increase access to healthy food is especially important to our organization. That's because up to 69% of Detroiters are food insecure at least some of the time. 1/3 of Detroit households use SNAP. Another 17% are eligible for the program, but not using it. In some Detroit neighborhoods, food insecurity has jumped 30% from pre-pandemic levels. That figure was recorded even before expanded benefits recently expired, so those percentages are likely to remain high. Innovative programs such as Fresh Prescription and Double Up Food Bucks have an impact on high need for good nutrition. And we saw that 90% of Michiganders who use Double Up Food Bucks at a farmer's market ate more fruits and vegetables. These large-scale programs are successful now because we learned from them at a smaller scale. We like to see help for stores that accept SNAP, benefits to stock more nutritious foods, offering a variety of staple foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and dairy. Our pilots can work with stores to place more healthy options in high traffic parts of the store. For example, in Detroit, our organization co-leads the Detroit Grocery Coalition, which is aimed at advancing health equity, and economic vitality in the city. We're doing that by increasing the capacity of Detroit's grocery stores to provide equitable access to healthy food and to foster collaborations between communities and grocery store operators. It's important the Farm Bill continues to make investments in nutrition security demonstration projects so that we know what works, and then we can successfully roll them out into larger projects. Making healthy foods more affordable and accessible for people who participate in programs like SNAP benefits for everyone. Thank you for your time today, and I'll turn it back to Diane.
Thank you, Winona. Next, I'd like to welcome Carrie Ann Martis. Carrie Ann is the market manager for the Flint Farmers Market. Carrie Ann, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here today. And I am the manager of the Flint Farmers Market in Flint, Michigan. Our market is in the heart of downtown Flint, and we've been a fixture of our community in Genesee County since 1905. We serve more than 500,000 customers every year. We have about 75 vendors throughout the year, and 45 of them are actually year-round indoor vendors. As you've already heard today, the SNAP program is funded through the Farm Bill, and it is a huge source of opportunity for communities like ours. Making nutritional food affordable and available for families is crucial to help lift people out of poverty. At our market, nearly all of our eligible vendors accept SNAP benefits and participate in the program called the Fair Food Network's Double Up Food Bucks. You're hearing a lot today about food and nutrition security demonstration projects and research efforts that eventually may help many who need it. Our experiences with Double Up Food Bucks helped expand that program to other states through a previous version of the Farm Bill under the leadership of the wonderful Senator Debbie Stabenow. She and her colleagues used that spending plan to establish the Gus Schumacher Nutrition Incentives Program. At our market, shoppers use Double Up Food Bucks and SNAP to double the amount of healthy food that they can purchase from farmers and local growers. Each year, our Double Up Food Bucks program consistently pays out $110,000 to our farmers and produce sellers, and that's just at our market alone. Then that's also on top of SNAP sales, credit, and cash sales. This program is a win-win-win for us. As shoppers face higher food prices in markets at grocery stores, these programs are even more important now. It's critical for the Farm Bill to continue to fund research programs. That work provides insights into making healthy foods more affordable and accessible for those people who need help. And as food costs remain high, we have to continue to test strategies that increase access to healthy food and that don't stigmatize or reduce access to the SNAP program. I appreciate your time today. Thank you. Back to Diane.
Thank you, Carrie Ann. And finally, I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Tom Riffai, founder of Reality Meets Science. Dr. Tom?
Thank you, Diane. Hi, everyone. I'm here today as a physician and an expert in metabolic health, lifestyle medicine, and disease prevention. Having more than 20,000 hours of clinical experience leading and designing multidisciplinary care programs focused on improving cardiometabolic health and well-being. A major component of these programs is focused on healthy evidence-based nutrition consistent with the guidelines laid out by the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the National Institutes of Health, as well as multiple randomized controlled trials, such as the Diabetes Prevention Program run by the NIH. I've seen the impact of helping individuals and families access nutritious foods. Increasing access to healthy foods reduces or avoids the need for some medications and eliminates some instances of prediabetes, and even more often, prevents prediabetes from converting into full-blown type 2 diabetes. As a reflection of the urgency of today's topic, it's notable that prediabetes is a condition now that affects about 100 million Americans. Think about that. Expanded access to healthy food also contributes to improved functional capacity among those with both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And I've seen how improving access to nutritious foods has even helped many patients initially on disability return to work. It is with this background that I'm here today in support and advocate for improving the SNAP program, as we're discussing today. Access to healthy food is necessary to control or prevent many of the cardiometabolic disorders that we are now plagued with at epidemic levels. In addition to type 2 diabetes, these range from heart disease and stroke to obesity and several cancers. 6 out of 10 SNAP participants have noted that cost is a major barrier to healthy eating, and I've seen that. Testing additional strategies through demonstration projects and establishing nutrition security measurements could further strengthen the nutritional and broader public health impacts of SNAP. So thank you for your time and attention to this important matter. I'm going to turn it back to our moderator, Diane.
Thank you, Dr. Riffai. And thank you again to all of our speakers who have taken time out of your busy day to join us for this important discussion on the nutrition title in the Farm Bill. And now I'd like to open it up to questions from the media. Please state your name, your